Okay, let's talk about homework 2. To get to homework 2, you go to our schedule and you go to the homework 2 link. Read all of this very carefully, and then you download your homework2.py file. You may have to tell the browser to keep that download. Here it is. We'll edit it with Piezo, and then we'll take this file, and here we go. It's very important that you do those steps. I went here and I downloaded the starter file. Do not start with a blank file. Start with our starter file. It's a big deal. Our starter file contains lots of code for you, almost 100 lines of code that you want. Okay? You want to put your name in here. My name is David Cosby. My Android ID is Cos. My section is, I don't have a section, but I'll say I'm in section B. Okay? Now I'm set to start writing the code. So this file already contains all the definitions you need. Here's the problems that you need to solve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and 6 if you want the bonus. Then it has code below there. It says do not edit these test functions. You don't have to edit these at all. These are test functions that will help make sure that your code works. So we have test functions for all the auto-graded parts. Can't have a test function for Mad Libs because those are going to have to be graded by TAs as well as your bonus. You don't want to edit below line 40, but it's really important that code is there because it tests the code up here. So now let's take a look at egg cartons. Okay. So first I'm going to actually just run the code. When I run it, I get an assertion error. We've seen this before. It tested whether this is correct. Guess what? It's not. 42 is not the right answer for the number of egg cartons you need for an arbitrary number of eggs. Yeah, so let's try to have a better answer. We know that you need about 12 eggs per carton, so we'll return eggs over 12. I'll run this. And we got past the first test down here, this egg cartons of 0, and we didn't get past the second one. Because for one egg, we need one egg carton. But we, instead, have 0.0833333, 1/12 of an egg carton, because we forgot about integer division. Okay? And now, oh, we're still wrong. But we're getting there, okay? So now we have 0. Well, we needed 1, so something like 1 plus that. But now we're not going to get past the 0 case. Okay, I'm not going to solve the whole problem for you. We're close here. If you look at the code we wrote in, well, here, actually, if you go here and the write-up, it tells you it's just like fabric yards, and you watch this video, you'll see the last bits you need to make this work. Anyway, so now I'm writing this, and let's say that I think that I've got everything just right, okay? So if I did, when I ran the code, I should hopefully pass all of the tests, okay? So that I don't get any assertion errors. Now I want to turn my homework in. So I go to the autolab link, and here I go to homework 2. And here I have to make sure that I've read the integrity policy. And by the way, don't just click that. If you haven't done so, you had better go to the syllabus and actually read it. That's this part down here. This is the cheating and collaboration part. Read that, then check this, then go ahead and say submit. And now I'll go to the desktop and I will submit homework2.py. Okay? And you should be sure to submit whatever file you're editing. A common mistake students make is they edit one file and they submit another file by accident. Don't do that. Okay? Now we've submitted it. Autolab is doing its thing. Sometimes it takes a few seconds. Sometimes it could take a minute. Notice how it says refresh this page to see the results. Do that. Refresh this page, and here's my score. I got a 0. Of course I did. I didn't have a single test working. But now it not only tells me 0, but for every single function that I failed, it's really helpful. It tells me the code that it tried to run, egg cartons of 0, what it thought I should give it 0, and what my code actually gave it a 1. This is super helpful information to let you know how to go back and fix your code. Now it also complained about the other functions, which I haven't yet written, so I'm unsurprised that they're all returning 42. Okay? And then at the bottom, it gives me this little report down here, function by function, how many points I scored. So now, if I want to go and submit again and go back to homework 2, I can try again. I will submit, This time I'm going to submit the solutions. It happens I have the solutions. You probably won't have this file, and if you did, that'd be a little weird. But I have the solutions. And I'm going to submit those. And now, notice I still have nothing here because, again, it's doing its work. You have to wait a little while. And if you refresh too soon, there'll still be nothing there, and you still have to wait. And if you refresh eventually, there you go. And I got 75, by the way, out of 75, because there are other parts that are not, in particular the Mad Libs, that are not auto-graded. Click on the 75 if you want, and here's the full report. There's a lot of stuff here that's not too important, to be honest. This is pretty important. I got 25 out of 25 and so on. My total score is 75 out of 75, and I see that no errors, and I'm done. So once I see that score match that score, that would mean that I have completed at least the auto-graded part of the assignment. The auto-grader doesn't even look at the non-auto-graded part, so that's up for the TAs to grade later. Hope this helps.